Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you about one of the many men. Name is irrelevant, hate is irrelevant. He was a 1 out of 10, I wish I knew back then.
1.21300 Kata, The Overlook, Why Legacy Labels Failed to Hold D. Gaya Voice over TV Cable Yang, Dan Formal Agar 100% Dari YouTube. 5 Target 1.52000 per Agar Global Channel alone. Dan Copy-Paste. 10-minute strict investigative news script, version 2. Channel alone. Video title, The Overlook, Why Legacy Labels Failed to Hold D. Delivery vibe, elite news anchor corporate style, deeply analytical and objective. Part 1, The Systemic Failure of Talent Scouting, 000200. Lengthy characters. Visual guide, Yang, busy corporate record label headquarters. Monitor digital logo Music Australia Dan Data Yang. Studio alone 3D. Audio sound effect, deep sub-bass broadcast intro, Yang Dan. Voice over narration, good evening. Tonight, the Alone Central Corporate Desk opens a formal media audit into the operational and scouting inefficiencies currently plaguing legacy record institutions. According to internal music industry data and recent talent migration patterns analyzed during the current 2026 entertainment fiscal cycle, major international record labels are experiencing a severe institutional crisis, an inability to accurately identify and retain generational vocal elites. This structural failure was thrust into the global spotlight following the historic primetime appearance of independent powerhouse D on America's Got Talent. Prior to her viral global breakthrough, D was signed under a strict development contract with Music Australia. In the traditional entertainment framework, a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate possesses absolute data leverage, tracking algorithms, and market statistics designed to identify commercial viability. Yet, corporate metrics systematically overlooked her unique artistic trajectory, treating her multi-dimensional vocal capabilities as a low-priority asset. Independent media correspondents monitoring the corporate reaction note that this massive corporate overlook highlights a fundamental flaw in modern studio operations, where executive boardrooms prioritize predictable, easily automated commercial pop formulas over raw, unedited acoustic brilliance, leaving the door wide open for independent platforms to capture the world's most valuable talent. Truly deconstruct the economic mechanics behind D's historic transition, our investigative unit must analyze the restrictive nature of modern legacy contracts. Entertainment lawyers and intellectual property experts reporting to our desk indicate that standard major label development deals frequently impose intense creative limitations on emerging creators, controlling song selection, image rights, and structural distribution methods to protect corporate investments. For an autonomous, self-taught genius like D, whose artistic identity relies on a high-risk blend of blues-infused pop vocals and lightning-fast rhythmic rap cadences, this rigid framework functioned as an institutional prison. Recognizing that corporate overhead systems were actively diluting her natural acoustic precision, D executed a high-stakes tactical retreat, exiting the major label ecosystem to claim absolute sovereignty over her master recordings. Our business analysts calculate that by taking complete ownership of her creative assets, she effectively immunized her brand against unpredictable studio adjustments and predatory corporate distribution deductions. Her stunning primetime performance of RAYE's Oscar-winning Tears served as a definitive declaration of independence, demonstrating to executive panels that an autonomous artist can build elite-tier global distribution entirely on her own terms, without traditional studio interventions. Our broadcast now directs its analytical focus to the profound tactical shock observed within the executive judging panel during her primetime broadcast. As D delivered her flawless live performance, veteran talent tycoon and entertainment founder displayed a high degree of professional astonishment. who has spent over 3 decades engineering manufactured commercial pop icons, recognized the immense market value that legacy labels had carelessly left unmanaged. Media analysts state that intense psychological focus during the audition represents an acute state of disillusionment across traditional talent syndicates. The realization that an independent, self-developed artist could step onto an international television platform and instantly command a multi-million-dollar global audience without traditional industry funding has left executive boardrooms in a state of absolute panic. The structural leverage has officially shifted. Instead of the corporate cartel holding the keys to distribution, D's sovereign mastery forced the institutional judges into an aggressive competitive scramble, culminating in an unprecedented golden buzzer interception that completely shattered standard network production protocols. We now expose the acute macroeconomic crisis facing traditional entertainment syndicates as they attempt to compete with the lean operational models of independent sovereign creators. In the legacy media framework, a major record company must allocate vast percentages of its quarterly capital toward massive institutional liabilities, including luxury office leases, artificial advertising syndicates, and massive legal compliance departments. Consequently, for a traditional studio product to break even, it must generate tens of millions of dollars in raw consumer revenue through aggressive, forced marketing campaigns. D's independent breakthrough represents the total destruction of this legacy math. Operating with incredibly lean digital overhead costs and building direct-to-consumer human networks across the United States, Australia, and Europe, her customer acquisition cost is practically non-existent. When an autonomous artist can capture global chart dominance with near-zero traditional promotional spending, the financial legitimacy of Hollywood completely collapses. Major record label executives are realizing that their massive, heavily funded corporate infrastructure is no longer an asset. It is a crushing financial liability that cannot compete with pure digital efficiency and organic human loyalty. As we bring this extensive investigative broadcast to its logical conclusion, the empirical data presents an unassailable industry verdict. The global triumph executed by D on America's Got Talent is an ironclad monument proving that the old entertainment world order has permanently lost its grip on international distribution. The gatekeepers are officially irrelevant, and the independent era has won. The corporate monopolies that once controlled the music market are facing an irreversible operational decline, as the global public aggressively filters out heavily managed pop products in favor of authentic, sovereign independent icons who own their talent completely. Now, the Alone broadcast desk opens the analysis directly to you, our international business community. Do you believe that major record labels will completely collapse by the end of this decade as independent vocal powerhouses continue to bypass their systems? Share your rigorous, analytical insights in the comments section below. Ensure that you click the like button and subscribe immediately to the Alone channel to secure your permanent access to our ongoing deep dive investigative broadcasts, media analytics, and international entertainment breakdowns. This has been your live report from the Alone corporate desk. Thank you for your premium viewership, and we will see you in our next definitive broadcast.